I shall take first watch.
Okay. Grax, also. I'll take second watch tonight. Unless you would like to do that, Flint.
I didn't watch last night. I should probably take first watch.
Well,
Alright. You make a good point. I want to go in the stables and I'm going to get comfortable.
Okay.
As comfortable as you can.
Grax will do likewise.
How big is the stable?
It was big enough to keep 4 horses side by side in it, as well as our barrels and feeding troughs.
Oh, this tiny hut's not going to be any use then. With scrolls, do I need the components to cast it?
Nope, you just need the scroll.
Okay then.
I think they work the same way as they do in like Skyrim. It's just a one-time use done.
I'm just reading the description of it, see if it'll be any use.
If it was a scroll of anything else, it might be.
You got a bunch last time, though.
Oh, right, not the... I was thinking of the True Strike scrolls.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Tiny hut. Oh, I'll just share my thoughts with everyone else. I have found this tiny hut scroll. Do you reckon it would be of use here?
Why would you want to go in a tiny hut? We have a perfectly sizable stable here.
Seems like it might be a bit of a waste. You got shelter.
I'd probably say we should save it for an occasion where we don't have, well, I wouldn't call it a luxury, but the option to sleep in shelter. It's not comfortable, but it is something, Flint.
Alright then, I shall keep this to myself.
As you say, it's not comfortable. Simeon's there. He's already snoring away.
Obviously, some people find it more comfortable than others, apparently.
So I rest up against the stable and have a little bonfire to have a little bonfire in front of me. Keep as well.
Okay, dokie, and everyone else go to sleep.
I assume Flint said he was taking first watch,
Yeah,
right?
he did. Indeed.
Okay.
Alright, darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is now close at hand. As Flint's hours pass on, I'd say you reach about a halfway point. Roll perception. Down.
It's the bonfire, you see.
Okie dokie. Actually, that would probably make it worse for you trying to see things. I could actually give you disadvantage because of that, but I won't. During the night, you hear a crack of a twig from this strand of trees and bushes. As you look over, you see a little face peering back at you.
Hello, can I help you?
The face just keeps looking at you. Given you got a 19, I'm going to say you can tell it's a little child's face.
Are you the child from the room earlier?
The head shakes.
Have you come to help us or hinder us? We only want to solve what happened here and make sure the right people to justice if it was foul play.
The child steps out from the tree to here. It looks to be a very young child, maybe 3 years old. It's clutching a apparition of a bear in its left hand, dressed in what you could assume were pajamas.
The bear or the child?
The child.
Alright then. Imagine if I dress up as bear, you never know. Can I tell that it's an apparition or do I just think it's a child?
I'll say you can tell it's an apparition. There's a kind of haziness to it. A minor glow.
Do you live in the big house over there? I gesture towards the house.
It looks towards where you're gesturing and looks back at you and nods.
Can you tell me your name?
And he looks at the ground a little bit shy. Bradley.
Sorry, was that Bradley?
He nods.
Do I recognise the name from many of the books we've read so far?
You recognise it from the plaque that was on the puzzle.
Your name was on the plaque upstairs.
Why are you here?
We've come to see what's caused these hauntings.
Hauntings? He walks a little bit closer towards you. So I'd say you're about 10 foot apart.
Yes, come sit by my fire. It's quite warm, I assure you.
He looks to the fire and looks back at you. Fire not good close. Daddy told me. Sits on the floor looking at you.
Yes, fire can be quite dangerous if mishandled. I'm trying to remember the speech that Zhang Zhong gives about fire, but it's not coming to mind.
He sits playing with his bow.
Does the bear have a name?
He stands him up. He's Sir Bradley.
Oh, Sir Bradley.
He's a
I bet he's slain many mighty foes.
Yes. He marches him around. And you notice he lets go of his hands and the bird keeps marching.
That's quite impressive.
The child giggles.
I don't suppose you know whose the suit of armour was that we found upstairs?
That was Daddy's.
I see, and what happened to your daddy?
The child looks a bit troubled. I don't remember.
That's unfortunate. Do you know if he's still around the house?
He shakes his head. Not seen Daddy long time. The child starts to go quiet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a response here.
Did I miss anything?
No, I'm talking to a ghost.
Oh, how's you doing?
Yeah.
Simeon farts in his sleep.
Oh, is there anything you'd like us to do to help you, Bradley?
He sort of tilts his head to the side. make us whole again.
And how do we do that?
He's just quiet and looks at the floor.
There's a boy in the room in the main house. Do you know him? He told us to give it back. Do you know what it could be?
He stays quiet, just looking at the floor still.
Is it something to do with the floor? You seem to gain quite a bit of interest in it.
I miss Bradley.
The bear?
The bear climbs up on top back of his head, giving him a hug. And he picks the bear off and then hugs it back. I also miss Brother Damien. Will you bring him back?
We'll certainly try if that will help.
He smiles. When he smiles, he looks very happy, but also very sad.
Do you know where Damien went?
I don't remember.
Do you remember what he looks like?
He shakes his head.
Can I go and try and get the book Simeon has?
Simeon never told you about the pictures.
I read the book that Bug gave to me and then passed it to Simeon.
Mm-hmm.
You said there were some like family pictures in there.
Specifically, family pictures as a separate thing,
Okay then.
and a diary. That's what Simeon found.
Oh, fair enough. See, I'm here with some friends myself. Would you like to speak to them?
He shakes his head.
One of them's really funny looking. I'm sure you'll like him. He's big and blue.
The child laughs. That's silly. But he stands up. Will you find Damien?
We will certainly try our best.
He smiles at you. Or as he smiles at you, he starts to disappear. Not into mist, but instead it seems like he starts to crumble to dust. After a few seconds, where he stood is just simply a small pile of dust, and something glitters inside it.
Can I examine it?
Yep. Inside the dust there is a small rectangular jewel.
Do I recognise it as probably one of the missing puzzle pieces?
It looks like it's the right shape.
And how much time has passed since this conversation began?
Just about as long as it took to talk. So about 10 minutes.
Right. I'll just sit back near my fire and wait for whoever's turn it is next to wake.
Alright. The rest of your night passes without any incidents, and now that goes to... Who's it going to be? Simeon and Nagrax.
Both offered, so but I don't think we decided on which one of us was supposed to.
It's down to Flint to decide.
Yeah, just wake whoever. I don't. No, Grags won't mind.
I'll wake Nagrax up then. I feel he would understand the events that I've witnessed better than Simeon.
You tell me at the time, or do you just let me have my watch for now?
I'll tell you what I've seen.
Okay.
Talk about me behind my back.
So now, Grax, that's very interesting. So you spoke to the spirit of one of the children that were mentioned on the plaque upstairs.
Yes, he said his name was Bradley. He didn't disappear like you would expect an animal goes to. He crumbled and left behind this gem. I show him the gem.
So obviously I look at the gem and see it's one of the rectangular gems from... So,
He asked for us to find Damien.
there was another name that was mentioned. Did he mention a Jessica at all? I believe that name was also on the plaque.
He didn't. I should have asked about her. I'm sorry. I totally slipped my mind seeing a ghost in front of me like that.
To be fair, Flint, it's not really something under normal circumstances you'd expect to see. Nagrax kind of like adjusts himself and kind of slumps forward, and he kind of realizes something.
What is it?
I'm wondering, and he kind of looks over to the manor, whether we're going to have to brave that place at night.
Seems more than likely.
It would seem that I don't think it's any coincidence that that apparition approached you during the night. So we were told that there's more activity there, so I suppose maybe like the hatred that we kept feeling is unfocused during the day, but during the night it might be more.
Should we wake the others?
Nagrax kind of considers for a moment. I think this is something that would be worth bringing to their attention. Yes.
So I'll wake up Simeon and Finian with the news and explain what's happened.
Finian will groggily awake. Yes.
It's been 4 hours, lad. Are you not well rested? So that's all you needed.
It's not been 4 hours, it's only been 2.
I said I'd wait until 4 hours passed.
Oh, you said you wait until 4 hours passed? So do you rest during that time or just stay awake?
I stayed awake.
Okie dokie. You can give yourself 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. Well, to be expected. How do I do that?
I'm not sure
Under
about exhaustion of my character.
conditions. So if you go to the conditions on your character sheet, there should be a bunch of things that you can kind of enable and disable. Exhaustion is at the very bottom. There's a scale between 1 and 6.
And where do I find conditions?
So like on the character sheet, so like where you've got like your actions, spells, and equipment, the box above that, where it says defenses and then conditions. So click on conditions. Exhaustion is at the very bottom if you scroll down, and then you just click 1 in this case.
Okay, yep, I'm ready then.
Okie dokie. So now everybody's awake again.
I'm assuming the time we've had could be at least considered a short rest.
Yes, except for Flint. He chose not to sleep.
I need a long rest to recover my spell slots.
It should say for your character. Most likely for the spell slots, yes, but you might be able to get some back on a short
Actually,
rest.
I'll just click. Yeah, I'll click short rest.
You may be able to, Zach. I think Arcane Recovery.
Yeah.
But he's not had a short rest.
No.
Oh, good call. Yeah. Why have we... Are we all up for watch? What's going on? Are we being attacked?
I just explain about the apparition I saw, what happened, and then the decision to...
Oh,
It could be best to explore the house at dark.
a ghost, boy.
Finian will speak up. We could try the summer house. We've not tried there yet.
Yes, lad, you're right. That would have been our next port of call. But if you guys insist we take on the mansion...
Nagrax is definitely looking quite reluctant when he says this. Considering that Flint got one of the jewels that we were seeking, it would probably make sense that we might discover apparitions of the other, well, what I presume are children, if we either venture around the grounds or into the manor. It may be the only way to acquire them. I don't think that they'll show themselves during the day. I'll leave it down to your discretion, however, all if you want to try the manor or if we want to check the buildings on the periphery tonight. I am aware that it's been a long day already.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that. I'm tired. I'll just follow your guys' lead.
I kind of might look towards Syrian and Finian, see what their thoughts are.
You've already heard Finian's.
Well, Syrian in that case.
I think Finian makes a good point. We could charge the main mansion tonight, but we do not know what lies there, and we're not fully prepared for battle, looking at Flint. I think taking it cautious would be the best approach here.
I would agree. I don't make this suggestion lightly, Simeon. I'm well aware of the risks that we face inside there. Yes, I think you make a very good point, Vinian. Let's maybe have a look at the summer house tonight and then maybe try to take a little bit of time to recuperate afterwards.
Okay.
Yawn.
You guys make your way towards the summer house then in that case. As you start to approach it from outside...
This looks an awful lot like the servants' quarters to me.
Focus on the same map.
Okay.
Over here is the door.
Thinks to himself
To the right.
that the craftsmanship isn't very original, but okay.
Over to the right. Space outside of it.
Ah, okay.
As you get towards the door is firmly shut.
Is it locked?
You try and open it. It's not budging whatsoever.
Is there a symbol of a flower on it?
No symbol of a flower, but there is a keyhole.
I would like to try my floral key.
Okay then. The key slides straight into the door, and you twist and it unlocks. As you do, as the door opens, you hear a scream. It's female. That's going to outright reveal the entire area.
Coming from inside.
Yes, as you open the door, it screams out at you.
Not a banshee, is it?
Don't need to do that. Just need to get that. Need to get something down.
Was it a scream of distress or anger?
It seems to be both.
Seems like battle could be meeting us whether we want it or not. I walk in.
David! Let's say David. Bradley! Bradley! Bradley!
Hello? Ma'am?
You see someone charges basically right up to where this gap is here, and the girl looks straight back at you. She's young. She seems to be around about 14 or 15. She looks frantic, panicked. Where's Bradley? What have you done to Bradley?
We have not harmed the boy. We spoke with him not long ago. My companion here spoke with him.
I heard it was Damien. It was Bradley as well. No. Where is he?
Flint.
You said he was looking for Damien. What happened to him?
Did you do to Bradley? What did you do?
You didn't do anything to him. You just said we would assist in helping him find Damien.
Where did he go?
I'm not quite sure how to explain this.
Give him back. And everyone roll a wisdom saving throw.